I'm probably one of the first people in the world to get hands-on for like a week with the Tudor Black Bay 58 Burgundy. I got hands-on at Watches and Wonders. A lot of other people got hands-on at Watches and Wonders. But before they even announced that they had samples in the US, I emailed them. So I'm the first one to get it at least on the 5 link. I was super pumped to get this in person because I kind of loved it at the show and I'm debating and I'm buying it myself. So this is what it's like to have this watch for about a week now. What I like about it, what I don't like about it, when I buy it. And more importantly, should you buy it? I can't make the decision for you, but at least I could try to help you. So this is the all-new Tudor Black Bay 58 Burgundy. It's got a red aluminum bezel, red sort of sunray dial, which is actually the first for the Black Bay 58, at least that I can remember. It's got the new Meta certified movement inside the watch. This makes the watch pretty thin at that 39mm case size at like 11.7mm thick. I think the key here, which I didn't even know when this first came out, it wasn't until a couple days into Watches and Wonders when I saw this, that's actually inspired by an old Tudor Submariner, like 1990s-ish prototype. And they had that watch there at Watches and Wonders while I was there. If you watch my Watches and Wonders vlog, which you should go watch after this, I saw it and I was kind of like, what? I had no idea. I thought they just came out with a red on red. Very cool little touch. It sort of reminds me of like the Kermit and the Starbucks and the Hulk from Rolex, where lots of green. Tudor is red or burgundy, as they'll tell you. And they do a lot of burgundy in their watches, which is why this one's probably red on red as opposed to Rolex, which is like green on green. The other thing that this is a little bit of an homage to, not as much as that Tudor Prototype, is the first Black Bay ever, the Heritage Black Bay, had a red bezel on it. It's actually a watch I've been thinking about purchasing because I think the Black Bay is going to be an all-time watch classic. Now that we've gotten sort of the specs out of the way, this is what I like about the watch, at least to start. First thing, this watch is bold. The red on red, the dial's not like too red. And I feel like a lot of red watches that come out these days, it's so in your face. The bezel's definitely in your face, but that sunray finish is more of, it's a burgundy, I know, but it's just like a little darker, almost purplish burgundy. So it's not as noticeable, not as flashy on wrist, at least from a dial perspective. Like I said, the case size is super thin with this Meta certified movement inside the watch, which is the first for the Black Bay 58 line. And it wears so well on the wrist. This is my favorite case size from Tudor. And for good reason. I love that they kept the aluminum bezel on this watch. Like so often now people will request ceramic bezels on watches because they're scratch resistant. Me personally, I like the aluminum. I like when you can kind of bang it up a little bit and it adds a little, not patina, but scratches and wear and tear. And you could show sort of life into a watch. I personally enjoy that. And in theory, like old Rolex models with aluminum bezels that have aged over time in the sunlight, I'm hoping that these watches at least will age in the next 20 years to where if I actually buy one, which I might, I'm not sure yet, it will fade to almost like a pink color, which I think will look really cool in the future. I think the star of the show of this watch and really any Tudor watch is the 5-link bracelet. I specifically requested it on the 5-link bracelet because in my opinion, this is the best bracelet at a $5,000 and under watch, and it's not even close. The next best bracelet in the world is the Rolex Oyster bracelet, but I think at the entry level price, you can get that around like $6,600 for the OPs, at least for the men's size. This 5-link is top tier, like unbelievable quality. I first had experience with this with the Tudor Black Bay Chrono Pink that I reviewed on a short form content basis. And I couldn't believe how much I loved it. And you see it in pictures, you hear people, but then when you get it on wrist, it's not that it's the Jubilee from Rolex. It's that it's so comfortable and looks so good. And on top of that, the T-Fit clasp might be better than the Rolex equivalent version. The on-the-fly adjustment, it's so easy. And I'm so glad they also came out with this 5-link on like other chronos, like the white and black, for example. And it's not just on the pink or the turquoise or whatever you call it. I also like that this watch now has 65 hours of power reserve. I'm not somebody that wears the same watch every single day. So if I put a watch down for like 2 days, I want to be able to pick it up and it to be telling the right time. Lastly is the price, of course, at just around $5,000 US. I think this is the cheapest Meta certified watch in the world. And I'm not sort of like a movement hound where I need everything super accurate and all this stuff, but like at that price point, it's pretty crazy, especially when I did a Tudor manufacturer tour. It was really interesting to see. I think a lot of the times when I think manufacturer, you think of a lot of people like putting parts together and making parts, but the Tudor manufacturer was mostly robots. And I was talking to them like, why do you guys do this? You know, a lot of people want handmade watches. And they said the only way they can keep the price the way it is and keep it the cheapest in the world is by using this technology. And Rolex subsidizes that technology because they make so much money. So they're able to funnel the money into Tudor, fund these robotics and stuff like that. and be able to make watches for this price that nobody in the world can make, which I feel like is really cool. Now let's talk about what I don't like about the watch. And there's really not much I would say that I don't like about it. I don't like it on the rubber strap. I just don't like how Tudor puts that like male to female link style with the rubber straps into their watches. I like when it's flush to the case, and they're not flush to the case. They don't feel good on wrist. So I would highly advise against that. Even if you get offered that at retail, just say no. Either get it on the faux rivet bracelet, or in my opinion, the 5-link is the best. Although I love burgundy, I'm not like a massive fan of like the red burgundy color in watches. I don't think it's something necessarily that I would buy to wear every day. And I feel like a lot of the times when people look at Tudor to buy a watch, they're looking at something to wear every single day. I think the Black Bay 58, the Black Bay line, the Pelagos line, most people are buying that stuff to wear all the time. I don't think this is that type of watch. I think it's something that you can kind of wear, flash, wear something very basic, sort of like what I'm wearing right now, and throw it on. But it's not that important. I also like the crown that has that old rose logo. They're keeping to that. I think now the big question, at least the question that I have for myself, is would I buy this? I think the answer right now is no. I think the specs are great. I think the price is great. I think the watch is unbelievable. For me though, I think I'd rather have a blue or black Bay 58 with this 5-link bracelet. I think the 5-link bracelet, this is the first time the Black Bay 58 has had that, or at least the watch has come on that. Completely changes the Black Bay 58 for me to the point where I would like to buy it. It's so incredible. I can't describe it to you, especially with the T-fit. If you own a Tudor on a 5-link bracelet, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The faux rivet bracelet is good. Don't get me wrong, but the 5-link is just like S tier in terms of quality. But overall, I've really enjoyed it. It's kind of a perk of a job that I get to sort of scratch the itch, wear this for a week and a half. Just have fun with it and send it back. Maybe I can get another sample soon. I don't know. But if you like this content, thank you so much. If you have a watch to service, check out the link in the description for Watch Check. They pretty much send you packaging. You send your watch out. They service it with the servicing provider that almost every single AD in the world, or at least in the US, uses. And it's great. So I would definitely check that out. And if you're looking to buy or sell a watch, check out Bezel, link in the description. You can use code Ben's Watches for $150 off. I do get a kickback on that, but you can use it, not use it. I don't really care. If you want to see me review other watches, get full hands-on for like a week, and really give my like actual opinion on it, comment that watch below, and I will email that company and try to get like an unbiased opinion for you. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever, and I'll see you guys next time and watch another one.